Bengaluru South is a high-profile constituency. It has names like Nandan Nilekani, Narayan Murthy, Sudha Murthy, Anil Kumble, Kicha Sudeep and various other celebrities. The temples, the darshanis, the tree-lined roads and old localities here are core to city's identity. The seat, which has been a stronghold of the BJP, is witnessing a high decibel campaign between current MP Tejasvi Surya and Congress's Soumya Reddy. Tejasvi Surya's campaign revolves around Prime Minister Modi and his government schemes and its beneficiaries here in the constituency. The BJP also understands that the Congress enjoys fair bit of strength in assembly constituencies like Jayanagar, BTM and also Bomnali. And that's the reason the party is taking its campaign deep in these areas, reaching out to smaller gullies and houses and apartment complexes and is trying to counter the Congress. Ever since this Congress government came, that the guarantees of this Congress government, 5 guarantees, they will be a game changer. You've been traveling across Bangalore South. You've also done fair bit of traveling outside Bangalore as well. Do you see it resonating with people?
I don't think it is going to be an important factor in the elections for 2 reasons. One, the electorate understands, the voter understands that this election is a national election. The objective of this election is to choose the country's leader for the next 5 years. It is to elect the country's prime minister. The issues are different, the leadership is different, and the impact is at a different level. While the guarantees are a very state-specific issue, the issues and the narrative in this election is pan-India. The leadership is at the national level. This is a Modi election. So I don't think there is going to be much of an impact because of this. Second, even the delivery of these guarantees itself is very patchy, especially in urban centers like Bengaluru. The delivery of the guarantees is also very patchy. So the track record of delivery, the track record of governance is also something that the voter will contrast his experience with. Whereas he is also a beneficiary of Narendra Modi guarantees. Let me give you just 3 statistics on welfare schemes of the Prime Minister that have greatly resonated with voters of Bengaluru South. Our constituency has a large number of elderly people.
Yes.
It also has a large number of lower middle class and middle class people. So I started expanding the Janaushadhi Kendra network since the last 5 years. In 2019, we had 14 Janaushadhi Kendras. Today, we have 132 plus Janaushadhi Kendras.
In Bangalore South?
In just Bengaluru South. We have one of the highest Janaushadhi Kendra networks for a parliamentary constituency in the whole country.
Yes.
2 lakh people use the Janaushadhi Kendras every month. The annual savings is about 25 crore. So people call Janaushadhi Kendras in the constituency as Modi Medicals. So that's the kind of connect. Now with respect to Ayushman Bharat. So from the first day we started, I took office, we started registration of Ayushman Bharat in a big scale. There are 2 lakh card holders in our constituency, and in the last 5 years 1.5 lakh free treatments have been given. The quantum, the monetary quantum of the 1.5 lakh treatments is 431 crore rupees. So that is the scale of the Ayushman Bharat scheme. Then take the PM Swanidhi Yojana, the street vendors credit scheme that Prime Minister launched after COVID. 46,000 street vendors in just my constituency have benefited out of this scheme. So on one hand, you have the Prime Minister deliver on the promises through his welfare schemes, which have actually touched people. And on the other hand, you have big statements and a patchy track record of implementation. That is the Congress guarantee.
ಮುಂದೆ ತಗೊಂಬಂದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ನಮ್ಮ ಅದೃಷ್ಟ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಜಪೇಯಿ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಸಿಂಗಸಂದ್ರ ಭಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು.
Former Jayanagara MLA Soumya Reddy, who lost the last year's assembly election by just 16 votes, is putting up a strong fight, aided by her father, Minister Ramlinga Reddy. She's banking on the 5 guarantees of the Congress party and argues that Tejasvi Surya was seen only on Twitter and he hasn't been accessible to the people of the constituency.
You know, people expect elected representatives to be, one, accessible. Two, you need to kind of, speak up. Your sole responsibility, first of all, is for your voters, for your constituents. But the person's been completely like MIA. And we've only been like seeing him on Twitter and just doing some publicity stunts. And so people also, especially of our own state, are quite upset. You've seen that, the amount of like tax, the amount of money that we are contributing, GST and everything.
We've seen so much debate around guarantees in the run-up to the election. The BJP says forget Congress's guarantee, it's Prime Minister's guarantee that works. But Congress government, ever since coming to power, has efficiently implemented these 5 guarantees. How much of an impact will it have?
Did you just say BJP's guarantee?
Modi's guarantee, they say.
What is Modi's guarantee? They gave a guarantee of 2 crore jobs every year. What happened to that? They gave a guarantee of doubling MSP for farmers. What happened to that? They said Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. What happened to that? They said women's security. What happened to that? There's a highest unemployment rate in the country right now. And be it farmers, be it women, be it everybody is unhappy. The middle class is the most upset because of price rise. And in the past, talking about our Congress guarantee, I think they just, after 10 years of massive failure, they're trying to copy us. Basically, at the end of the day, in the past 11 months, people are extremely happy.
Apart from Congress guarantee versus Narendra Modi's guarantee, there are several other issues that are being discussed during the campaign. Tejasvi Surya has been facing backlash from a section of depositors who lost their money in the Guru Raghavendra Cooperative Bank scam. Apart from that, slow pace of metro, bad roads and even water problem is something that has cropped up in our interaction with the public here.
Large parts of Bengaluru South are yet to get metro connectivity, while traffic issues remain in major junctions in this seat. Rampant commercialization in residential areas is the bane of this constituency, even in areas like Jayanagar, which was one of the first planned neighborhoods in the city.
Sir, elections around the corner, various political parties giving various promises. But as a citizen, as a voter, what matters to you? What will be on your mind?
The first thing that comes on my mind would be infrastructure. A better, make the city a better place for living, better roads, better footpaths for everybody to walk around, and then definitely I've done a good job with the parks. Probably they can do a better job with the parks is what I feel.
Last time we have given 27 MPs. This time my basic expectation is they have to be more vocal for local. Local is Karnataka, not just Bangalore. So they have to speak for Karnataka more and bring more funds for Karnataka.
Should be a good coordination between the state and the central government. Maybe SPV is the way to go. Have some stakeholders from state government, have some stakeholders from the central, have some stakeholders from the expert body, make a group and then take the decision collectively. It can't be a blame game where one party blames the other party.
Bengaluru South has a very aware voter base, and it'll be interesting to see if they will consider any of the guarantees being given by both the parties, or will they consider caste calculations when they go out to vote or some other dynamics. If Soumya Reddy manages to win Bengaluru South, it will be a huge turning point for the Congress party, especially in Bengaluru city. On the other hand, if Tejasvi secures his second win, he perhaps will be on track to emulate the political career of late Anant Kumar.